Hi guys,
Hello people,
I'm
I'm
Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching The Wire.
Episode 7. Do you realize that the next time you edit, like you're editing this one, and the next time it's the last time you're editing The Wire? Can you believe?
How do I feel?
How do you feel?
I feel like I'm satisfied so far at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that sad.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I think the show wanted to tell a story and it told the story.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? So like, it's not like I don't feel like deep sadness at me finishing. I'm glad that we watched the story, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. Like, you know, something... Ghost. You know, sometimes when you watch a story and like you wanna cry because you're ending it. Like,
yeah.
let's say like we watched Avatar and like we started crying before the episode because we were sad we're never gonna watch them anymore. You know?
Yeah.
The show wasn't like that for me. It was like I'm not that emotionally attached to the characters. I'm more like love the story that they told.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it's brilliant. I mean, I can't wait to see how they're gonna finish it. Honestly.
Oh, me too.
What a monologue. Why they just do that? Like, who cares, honestly? Who asked you? I mean, you did. You were like, okay.
I didn't be like, so sad you finished. And you were like, let me think about it.
Let me think exactly how I feel.
And thank you for telling us exactly. In so many details.
I know.
This is why these reactions are long.
Exactly.
Last episode, guys. Last episode. What can I tell you? What can I tell you about Jimmy and his behavior? No words.
I honestly don't know what to say about that.
I mean, I have nothing more to add than what we did in the previous episode when we talked about it. You know? I want to see how this whole thing ends. I want to see...
The thing is, to me, there is no going back. He did this. I can't believe that just a season ago, I had completely different feelings. You know? For him and his future.
Yeah.
And now there is no erasing the things that he did. Especially the one in the last episode, because that was a living human being.
Yeah. I don't know, I just want to see how it concludes and if there is like repercussion for the things that they have done, if that even like becomes known, which I think it will be. I just like don't know in what way. I'm really curious about that. I feel like I feel like Gus knows that Scott is lying about things because we had that scene.
In the last episode,
We had that scene where he said like check up on...
It seems like
check up on like someone that got money, something because of us, whatever. Just like make sure if it was a scam or whatever. And he was like, no, everything is fine, everything was good. But like I, for some reason, thought that Gus already called and checked and realized that it is a scam. And he's like testing Scott to see like what type of line Scott crosses, and Scott has no journalistic integrity whatsoever. I mean, he has no integrity, period. You know what I mean? Like, again, he is lying about the serial killer. He doesn't even know the serial killer is fake. Jimmy knows the serial killer is fake, but he doesn't know the serial killer is fake. Like, it's ridiculous. So, like, maybe because of that, like, that gets found out. Maybe because, like, Gus is gonna be like, that's a lie, so the serial killer thing could also be a lie. I don't know. Maybe someone tells. Maybe
technically, how can they connect Jimmy through that? Because like Jimmy talked to them and was like, you can't write anything with police. What happened to the police?
But like he was literally the one that was like on the crime scene, pushing the serial killer aspect. You know, like I feel like they could find that out.
I don't understand what you think that they're gonna find out.
That like Jimmy...
There is no serial killer? Like the world is gonna find out that?
Yeah.
I don't expect that.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I mean, I'm wondering if that's what's gonna be happening.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
Honestly, it didn't even cross my mind because like even Scott saying that it didn't happen to him, how would anybody know that like a serial killer is not does not exist anymore, you know?
True.
Like in my opinion, police has to find out that and they have to go to the press.
Sure, yeah.
So like only if somebody wants to take Jimmy down, you know.
I feel like a lot of people want to take Jimmy down.
Bank on top of it.
I mean, I fucking...
bank reasonably so. Like he can't work his job properly because Jimmy is getting all the funding. That is nothing. He's not getting funding.
He's barely getting any funding.
He's barely getting funding, but that's the only funding that they're giving, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if Jimmy wasn't getting funding, no one would still get any funding. Like, there was really, you know...
Exactly.
He took for him, but, like, he didn't take technically from others because they would still not get it.
Yeah,
but like they're forced to give the minimum.
Yeah, but like, exactly, but like, let's say for DNA things, like Jimmy's cases are priority, where...
That's true.
That's ridiculous because like, there is no serial killer.
Literally.
You know, where with Bank, we could find out that maybe Chris is the one who beat the guy up, and technically
that
he could actually do something with that.
That is the only thread that we have. Like he is investigating that. Like that is the only time they like
such a small thread, honestly.
You know, I mean, we have so little to go on now, really. I'm still not sure about Marlon, what we're gonna do there. I mean, Omar is currently like hunting him and is saying,
while barely walking. So
literally,
let's have that in mind. My boy is literally barely walking.
I don't know how this whole thing is gonna...
And he's, but like he's so hurt and he can't protect himself.
Literally.
It's gonna be, in my mind, somehow so easy to kill him.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I'm gonna be even surprised if he manages to kill someone, you know?
Yeah. I was so confident he's gonna get like Chris and Snoop, and now I'm very less confident.
I honestly mean
so
I don't know how...
Not that confident.
I would love him to get something.
Like they fucking tortured, like they killed his, I don't know if uncle or something.
No, it's not his uncle, it's just like a friend. He just calls him uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, I really wrote that.
Okay. Whatever, they killed someone close to him in such a brutal way. Yeah. You know, I feel like he should get something.
Yeah.
I don't know, I really want to see that. There's still always a question of like where Michael and Yuki are gonna go to.
Michael is pretty much at this point connected with Chris and with the triple murder that Kima is working, so I don't know if somehow we're gonna get to him through that.
Yeah, because Bank could.
I honestly feel like we're repeating everything we said was.
We might be.
I honestly.
But I feel like we usually do that.
I know.
But we could stop. We could just stop talking.
No, I know, but like usually I am reminding myself. At this point, I'm remembering what we talked about, and I'm basically because we talked about Michael, we talked about Chris,
So you're remembering our review and
I'm repeating it, and I'm like the second I realized it, I was like, why am I doing this?
I think this is then our cue to stop. Let's play, guys, this episode. There's so little left. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have this wire that goes to now.
Yeah, they're online.
I mean, I don't even root for them.
This is a very complicated thing because I'm like, I want you to get them, but also I don't support what you're doing, so I wanted to backfire on you. But also, Marl deserves to fall down, so I'm not sure.
Meanwhile, phone company paperwork on the case as a cell we gave to Sidnar. Stick to the script. We don't want any televangels. Even with the voice modulator.
Oh god, he's the serial killer.
Captain. Hey, you. Where'd you get off? I'm not sexual with them. I'm not abusive with them. I'm not sick like that.
Whoa, hang on.
What does he think is happening
You
here?
like that, Scotty?
This is Holly, Baltimore homicide.
Okay, hang on, who? Where are you?
Here's what's happening now. You mortify me like that in front of my father, my father's father. Listen to me, smack daddy, little baby white daddy. Here's what's happening. We ain't never gonna find them anymore. We ain't never gonna see them no more. I'm sending you something right now. You take a good look at this guy, because you ain't never gonna see him no more.
Hey, okay, don't hang up. Can we?
Lost their fucking mind.
Did you get McNulty?
Just his voicemail.
Oh, Christ. How was him? Again.
Nice Baltimore accent.
Sinner, what are you involved in? Also, it's gonna trace back to here.
Anyone on the phone?
Not that I saw, just some people moving through, but it could be anybody.
There should be a problem with it. Oh my god.
Bullshit. Is that on tape? The goof actually called? Yeah, it was sweet. Hey, what I missed?
He said he wanted to fight me.
What? Fight you how? Scott, are you saying that he threatened to...
Oh yeah, he sent a picture of the guy. Oh yeah.
When you walk through the ground.
So are we partners or what?
No, Clay. I don't think so much as a single juror without the full amount of my fee being paid.
Right
He's
now,
gonna
with
get away
the
with
sword
it. I have
hanging
no
over my
idea.
head, I don't have the kind of financial support at my disposal
I
that I
thought
would
he was
ordinarily
gonna,
be able
but
to
the
rely
way things
upon.
are going.
You feel? I'm disappointed. I am. I'm providing you with the opportunity to go head to head with the state's attorney in a case that's going to be front page news.
I already got more rep than any lawyer would ever need. Why don't you save that silver-tongued bullshit for the jury?
We were tracking a GPS and it just goes dead. Area of Pier 5.
Where's McNulty right now?
He's over at the newspaper. Let's hear that motherfucker again.
Can they recognize the voice?
Thank you. Where'd you get off? You see the little twist.
Sounds like some gearhead from Dundalk.
Emotionally, how was he? He sounded pissed. At you, personally? Like I told you, he said I humiliated him by writing that the biting was sexual. At the end, he offered to come here and bite me. Did he sound like the same guy? Did it sound like the same voice you heard in the first call? Oh, right, yeah. No, actually, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was the same, but this time I noticed he had a real thick Baltimore accent. Real thick. You didn't notice that the first time, huh? I guess I did, but I forgot.
The fact is, we need as many eyes as we can looking for this homeless guy.
You don't know where this guy is, huh? He
Could already be a victim, sure.
Jesus. What should I do if he calls again?
Keep him on the line as long as you can. Don't spook him. Guy likes to rent, let him do his thing. It's working out pretty well for both of you, right? Gentlemen, thanks for these.
What do you think?
But now everybody saw the second that he watched the like he can't think that he's lying because like everybody saw him talking and he acted right for everybody's eyes.
The dome are closed.
Oh, he captured him?
Well, to send a message.
Yeah.
Go on!
Why you still out then?
You saying, tell Marlo, he out in the streets waiting.
4 key in a row. Flush.
Hey, yo, Cherry, you on a timey, right?
It's not about
Oh,
the
nigga.
drugs. It's not about the
On
money.
timey.
No, seriously,
I
Steven.
hate him.
If you can't afford it, that's fine. I understand. And if you think this clown is going to hold me off and keep the state house, then
Well, when that's our shot at his nut.
well, good hunting.
Could make 30. 20.
92. I'm going to tell you something. There are a lot of people who want Tommy Carcetti to be their fucking governor, and I can't imagine what you're thinking. 92, Norman. In a single morning, it is a new record.
The motherfucker killing homeless guys, he grabbed one off the street, wrapped a ribbon on his wrist, sent a photo to the Baltimore Sun saying we won't find the body.
What? Bill Rolls. I need him on the line now.
I don't mind thinking he doesn't listen.
Yeah, but like, you know, it's not like he is pissed for the right reason.
He just enjoyed it.
Sure. I don't want him to have a day of sleep. Because like there's legitimately, there's legitimately people who
Deputy wants as much of
don't
my
have
squad
a
as I can wrangle upstairs
roof
right
over
now.
their head because of him.
Going large,
You
rich on
are not allowed to
serial
sleep at
killer.
least. He hates this so much. I would,
More than
my
that,
God, I would be singing.
Man, performance. Deputy wants bodies. The mayor is spewing over this thing.
I'm not going.
I'm doing police work here. In fact, I have a fresh angle on last year's major case. So fuck your stripes and fuck McNulty.
So the case file is McNulty, with the rest of his squad as immediate support.
In addition to Alma and Scott, Oleska will have a column coming. Fletcher, I want you on Homeless React. Also, interviews with
How
advocates and
embarrassing
experts
it would
talking
be
about the
for
problem.
everybody to
Melody,
find out
you get on the phone with the white
Well, that's
coats
the
at
thing, if
Clifton
they
T.
find
Perkins or
out,
wherever,
if they
and
can
work up a
keep
sidebar
it,
of what it means when a
like,
whack
then they would
job
never
kills
gonna tell
somebody
me.
who wants
It's
to
so
talk to a
embarrassing.
That's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
what that's why I can't
Understanding
imagine
the
it.
issue, and I note that while there have been numerous field interviews and canvases,
So let's surround this mess and report the hell out of it.
so put this case down.
Let's put this case down.
What do you know?
All right, check this out. Certified hydrotherapist. Experience with geriatric patients, Sinai Hospital outpatient clinic. Front desk. High quality dental office, 6 front desks.
What do you mean, like furniture?
Like a secretary, I guess.
Man, you ain't even never been to no dentist.
Exotic dancer downtown, financial district, lunchtime hours, flexible in body and mind.
You're 15.
Now he's
Stop.
up. Hey, make it rain on him. Make it rain.
Time out!
What the fuck did I do? If we don't know, then you do.
This is bullshit.
Oh, fuck Bunny.
Homeless flames in our city are troubling and tragic and unacceptable. We're now doing everything possible to locate and identify the individual depicted in the photographs.
You heard the deputy. He specifically assigned Greggs.
Greggs has an open triple.
And this squad has your serial killer. You don't have time to be working backgrounds on the older cases. It goes to Greg, end of fucking story.
I'm gonna need those surveillance teams as this thing sprawls, but for right now, let me just pull this guy's ID as fast as I can, figure what he's about.
Turn on the fucking tap, Jimmy. You're finally paying for police work again.
Proud of yourselves?
Tell them.
We're close tomorrow. Oh, we could do at most.
How does it feel being Greggs pulled off a triple? How does it feel knowing that you got surveillance teams out there and district units and tactical, all of them chasing bullshit?
We're gonna use the surveillance teams, actually. They're gonna help us bring in the case bunk.
I don't even want to know whose picture you got running in the paper or where that motherfucker actually happens to be.
Jimmy.
Don't kill yourself.
Don't worry, son. I got you covered on all this. Where I get kids furniture?
IKEA.
See y'all.
Shame on y'all.
My boy.
Tell him I called, and tell him I'm gonna keep calling till he feels my fucking pain, alright?
Okay?
It's fucked up. It's all fucked up, okay? I can make a red go to black except for these cheap motherfuckers.
Now, what do you got?
Good snitch with the finger on an eyeball width and ducking. He lays up at this one girl's place at Apple Avenue.
2 more men do it?
Yeah, and 2 more cars, yeah.
Oh.
I got more bodies than I can use on my cereal thing. Let me make a call.
He has too much power and he feels, oh my god, don't show him that. I don't think he needs to see that man ever.
Look at you. Not even blinking. Not that I blame you. After what this heinous motherfucker did to you. Still, this right here is vicious. I mean, whoever did this had a real time. Now, you know what I'm saying? I know it wasn't you. You don't have the physicality to do this kind of damage. I mean, whoever did this had to be a full-grown and powerful individual, a fearsome. You see what I'm saying?
You the murder police? How the fuck would I know?
Just I'm getting my kid. Nice. I love that for her.
Sometimes the weakest stuff in the story is the shit with quotation marks, right? You got a guy telling how rough it is on the street. It really doesn't have much pull, but if you can describe him as he really is, tell his story in moments.
But tomorrow, get back in the shelters and the soup kitchens and just be with folk. I don't even care if you file copy on it. I mean, if something presents itself as a story, great. But if not, just spend the day being with people. I'm not interested in what could be quoted or counted on this. I'm interested in what feels true.
We had him in that, what do you call it? Rehabilitation.
4 times. We're not rich people.
Oh,
Henry's on disability.
We get him out. He makes all kinds of promises, but, well, the last time, we decided we wouldn't be there for him. We knew he'd probably die out there if the drugs get him. We knew that. But this thing in the newspaper, the sex stuff, nobody deserves that.
You see what I have a problem with, right? I mean, the first person is one thing. I know he needs to put himself in the story. It's essential. But this business about him being out there day and night with the homeless. I mean, this stuff about sharing the, quote, darkest corners with them, unquote.
He's writing more as an essayist.
It makes it sound like he's been living with the homeless for weeks. We have him interviewed about the call from the killer at Helm's Bank Bar. We have his quotes, but the rest of the stuff, he's acting like he's taking his life in his hands. He walks onto the highway at night.
I respect your concerns.
Couldn't care less.
I move it as my own edit. How's that?
If Marla has a code, we can break the code. That's a given. How long? Depends on the code, doesn't it?
The quicker we bring this in and shut it down, the safer we'll all be. And Lansman wants me to go to fucking Quantico with the FBI to a profile.
I want to see the profile.
It's not funny, Lester. This shit's bigger than I ever thought it would be. I don't need an academy class to help with a canvas near this guy's corners. When I have more leads, Sergeant, I'll be able to use the extra manpower you give me and run this shit down. But until then, we back off, Jacob. Yeah, just back the fuck off. Trouble with making this thing look red ball, people start to treat it like a fucking red ball. Get me out of this, Lester, as fast as you can.
What are you reading there, Senator? This here? Prometheus Bound. An ancient play, one of the oldest we have. Beef on a terrible crime.
Yeah, sure, what you're gonna read a book and fucking report how
in the words of, and I will see you inside.
I don't know. Look at this. I love this. Press them.
Sending a table of calls out to Quantico, along with a case file. We'll review them.
Want to know
You gotta hit every
the
downtown
psychological
shelter mission there
evaluation.
is.
Heard you do, Christensen. Let him go on his own case while you carry him and 2 surveillance teams. Your shit is right, Jane.
Thanks.
So, I got another one for you. Remember the rape murder I had? Bolton Hill job. Brother-in-law of my rapist. Last year, won't talk to me. I get a road car expenses I can put down. Strangled a 20-year-old. Stuffed her under her bed.
Hey, you might CC the mother pool. I'll bury the expenses in the OT in my file.
Thanks, brother.
Why does he have to ask him for that? Like that? What?
Ain't you the king of diamonds?
The money was routed through the senator's personal account and then withdrawn as cash.
Yes, sir.
You got a number? What? Number on the slip. You get a number, I might find you a seat. Mac and cheese today. I'm a newspaper reporter. Oh, so you got what to eat then? Yeah. Came down here just to hang out and get with some homeless people. How come whenever there'll be one homeless, they'll come to the soup kitchens? You don't serve homeless? Serve everybody. Homeless, poor folks, working people trying to make it to a paycheck. You're not. Homeless? No, I'm down in my sister's basement over in Evanston Village. What do you need the homeless to say?
Love him.
Talk about the killings. Thing going on with the serial killer, but mostly I'm just looking for a story about what it's like for them. You going about a story about what life's like, huh? Bubbles, man. Mike Fletcher.
Bob's story.
What were your basic
would
responsibilities
you
there?
Would you
Rightly say.
Yet you drew $40,000 a year as the executive director.
All that money went straight back to Senator Davis.
Is that the driver? I can't remember what the driver looked
Well,
like.
not for you.
I got paid from the district office for driving them. That money I kept.
God, what if it's gonna be something like unusable?
The hell is that?
Clock, like a time meet.
Needed 550?
550 where?
550 somewhere.
You have a criminal history.
550 is not enough. Look where.
Yeah, I did some years.
Mr. Price, you acknowledged earlier that in exchange for your testimony, you received immunity from prosecution for any charges related to this case. Is it fair to say that testifying against Senator Davis ensures that you will not yourself go to jail?
Goddamn right.
Mr. Price?
Oh shit. Sorry.
Mr. Price.
Okay, my bad, Judge. What can I say?
He's the biggest,
Y'all
bigger
can play it
criminal,
like
like
you feel.
99% of people in jail.
I don't get it. He hasn't moved off the spot for an hour and a half.
Okay, I guess he
I'm asking you, sir. Hours to sneak this asshole out. Spot me in Garvey. 3 nights. And the case is fucking down.
Put my CC number on the OT slips. Can you give those to me?
It's cool. I know the drill. You're doing good here, boss.
What did you just call me?
Like I can't figure out, are they doing this to
That was
actually
that.
solve cases or just they get paid more?
Families of your
like
victims
they-
debriefed in full. I'm sitting there explaining to the salt of the fucking earth by their eldest, who was living on the street because nothing they did could fix his problems. But God knows they tried. Why he met his end being bit on and fucked with by some sick motherfucker who used him for jerk-off purposes. Shit about the bite marks getting the papers in the first place. Got shit to assemble. You didn't tell me that part of it, did you, motherfucker?
He never assembled it.
Thanks for bringing me here, man. Showing me around. Now, what about that? Sure. Just bite it like it feels.
I demand a scene with her son. Oh my god, maybe not. Maybe it's not safe. It's not that hard, it's like Kia. It should be pretty easy, girl.
I see you at the stash house, yo. Ain't you to be with them Barstow boys? What they call you, yo?
Savino.
Now you muscling for Marlowe, huh?
I wasn't there. When he did the old man like that, I wasn't there. Chris and Sneak, they own that.
Well, I know who was there. So you innocent, huh? Let me ask you something, though. Being that you muscled for Marlowe, what you was gonna do if he was there, huh? We don't be that. You know what, yo?
We're gonna have to stay on these guys till those clocks start to make sense.
Well, the good news is they're giving me more manpower and making waste.
Bad news?
It's all around the office that I'm giving out hours and money to people who work other cases. I can't help it, Lester. It's kind of person I am.
You're not careful, you're gonna get shit on you.
On us.
Who's gonna complain? Guys are working cases and getting paid.
7 men. No aid in cars.
You got the right Allen wrench? Well, what kind of scotch are you using?
Put that down, young.
He's good.
Who I am. Make sure you tell the boss man that you know who it is dropped some vino last night. You feel me? You tell that man to drop all his muscle till he get the heart to come down to the street and dance. You going more that, Sweet Pea?
He feels so good.
That's Omar? Dang.
Ain't no dad, yo.
Some went to pay everyone's BGE, because half my district was gonna have the heat turned off. And then some went for puff jackets for them that got children in need. Let me tell you something, man. My neck of the woods, it's a jungle out there. Everybody living hand to mouth, improvising, hustling, make do with as little as you can imagine. Hell, that TV show, what the Survivor? Man, they want some good contestants. They need to come around West Side. Folks I know, we do great on that show.
Forgive me, but I still don't understand how that justifies...
Let me tell you something, brother. I don't know how they do it out in Roland Park. Maybe Prosecutor Obama can enlighten me on that. But my world is strictly cash and carry, and I am Clay Davis. My people need something, they know where to find me. Senator Clay, I got to bury my mother, bail out my son, buy a new shirt for a job interview, pay my child's asthma doctor. Takes me half an hour to go 100 yards. And excuse me if I didn't ask that old arthritis woman for a receipt. Or that young mother needed a simmer like a sign. Damn piece of paper, so I don't have to be up here in this box right now explaining to folks who never been in our neck of the woods.
Oh my God,
I'm gonna do the same damn thing tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, until they got me laid out at Marge's funeral home and trucked me off to Mount Auburn.
It's symbolic. You know, we're doing what we can with the civic disaster, like New Orleans.
Abandoned by the state, ignored by the federal government.
It's bad enough if you want to keep the city shelters open 24/7.
Teacher layoffs by a gubernatorial candidate.
In an election year.
Lovely.
Despite all the false accusations made against me, the people who I continue to serve have spoken.
What the fuck just happened? It's embarrassing, ain't it?
I can't believe nobody had sense enough to tone this down.
The hype is bad enough, but what gets me is I can't trust the guy. I mean, I sent him back out on the street to own his mistake. He comes back with some bullshit about stolen identity. That ain't fucking gets took. Everybody gets took now and then.
I know I did.
It's about not owning up to it.
You think the first time you catch him is the first time he does it?
A lot of guys will try to duck a correction. But the thing of this is he was standing on an outright lie. And if you lie about a correction...
Then will he lie to make a story better than it ought to be?
I don't know who this woman is. She's
Think about that kid
Martin.
in the wheelchair out in front of Orwood Park. One only had a nickname. Black kid from the West Side, crazy for baseball. Basketball, yeah. Football, sure.
Baseball.
I don't want to call another reporter a liar. I really don't.
If you're not gonna call him a liar, who is the child? Girl, we have to. Where is the child sleeping in her bedroom? He is the cutest thing I've seen in my life.
He can't sleep.
Why don't you just sleep in the same bed? Am I making a kid like a male? I don't know. No. I don't fucking know what do kids need.
Let's say goodnight to everybody. Good night, Moon. Who's saying it?
Good night, Moon.
Here we go. Good night, stars.
Good night, stars.
Good night, Popos.
Good night, Popos.
Good night, Hoppers.
Good night, Hoppers.
Good night, hustlers.
Good night, hustlers.
Good night, scammers.
Good night, scammers.
Good night to everybody.
Good night to everybody.
Good night to one and all.
Good night to one and all.
Oh,
it felt like it was gonna be the end. They're saying good night to everyone. I was like, thank you for ending it so nicely.
Good night.
Thank you for ending it so nicely.
Yes,
I
so
love it.
nicely.
I fucking know. Stop. I love your counting on your fingers.
How is that even possible?
I don't know.
8,
9, 10. 8, 9, 10.
Clarifications of what things we did.
Clarifications in the newspaper about the lies that we put out. You know?
Yeah.
There's gonna be many clarifications. There's not enough space in the newspaper to print it all. There's not enough trees to print the lies that we tell. I don't know who we is. I don't have a we.
I am not with them.
I'm
just
anyone.
sitting here.
I'm just watching.
I'm not with Kima. I'm fine. Oh,
Yeah, that's
good
very
night.
nice.
That's so cute. And I am with my boy Babs.
Always.
I'm with Michael. I'm with Yuki.
Yeah, always the kids. I'm always with the kids.
Who else right now? Also,
Bank.
No, I didn't want to say Bank. I wanted to say a guy.
Gus.
I didn't want to say Gus, but sure, Gus. God, I forgot now.
Where? I don't know where you were going with.
The guy.
Which?
The guy.
From where?
Who arrested Michael in this episode.
Oh, Carver.
Carver. I'm fine with Carver as well.
Yeah. What a plot twist.
What a plot twist with all these people that I'm fine with and I'm not fine with.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how this all happened.
Life comes at you fast.
Okay, let's make a break before continuing with this. I think I had the same thing.
I did not have the same.
I think you had different hoodie.
I'm sure I did, yeah.
Something unexpected happened last time. We were unable to film the review.
Yes, now we're filming it just before watching episode 8.
Exactly, we're about to watch episode 8, but we have to film the review for episode 7.
Yeah.
Yes. So here we are, 2 days later.
Which part do you want to start with?
Where to start with? First, let's say the last episode was great.
So good.
Yes.
But again,
yes,
show.
Yes, but we only have 3 more episodes, and we're gonna watch episode 8 today.
My God.
Do you understand that?
No.
We're this close to ending the show.
No.
Even closer, like this.
This is the second to last episode you edit.
Yes, almost the last one.
Yeah, second to last.
Yeah.
Next time you edit The Wire.
It's gonna be the last
end of
episode of the show. Oh my God. I can't believe that.
I'm so sad.
This intro talk about how I'm not God. Let's begin.
From where?
Let's talk about Jimmy, but not just Jimmy, but the whole thing in general, because
oh my God, there's really no funding in the police. There's really no funding, and Jimmy has gotten funding.
Do you know why?
I don't want to talk about why. I think we all know why. But he is literally, we saw, I think that was in episode 7 as well, because there was a phone call that was made. Yeah,
that's why he got
yes, that's how the episode started.
Because he decided to start pretending like he's a murderer, who is killing the homeless man.
He is gonna go, was it Stanford or Harvard or somewhere, for them to do a voice analysis.
Okay.
On the guy that called.
Okay.
I need them to do a voice analysis on Jimmy. I need them to tell him about himself. I don't know how voice analysis honestly works.
What does that work?
Well, I don't know. They could be he is deeply insecure and something. I don't know how voice analysis works. It's a science. I'm not sure how it works.
Okay. But did they do something with the voice?
Jimmy was just making sound.
Only that?
No, I think they said they altered. Yeah, but I think it's not about how the voice sounds. It's about how it's articulated, how it articulates words. Maybe that's how. I don't know.
Interesting.
I feel like it's a thing.
Yeah, they say that they're gonna.
I don't know. They're they have to go do a voice analysis, and Jimmy was I think Jimmy said something along the lines about how he doesn't believe in voice analysis, and he doesn't want to do it. He keeps not wanting to take any type of help that they offer him because he's like,
for a reason.
Yeah, exactly, because like he knows that
There's
like
no fucking murderer.
Like, there's no point in us doing this, even though like this is this is one of the few times that the police is doing everything it possibly can to
help
like
you
solve this.
I mean, because
again, they're doing it because of public pressure.
I was about to say the only reason why they're doing it because like Jimmy with that phone call that was like the last straw basically, where Jimmy managed to make it so fucking public, you know.
Yeah.
He called the reporter.
Yeah.
You know, and he talked to the reporter and he said all of that, and like even the guy for the police was listening to that phone call.
Yeah.
You know. Now when they have, because before that it was just like the reporter's words.
Yeah.
And now they literally listen to the murder.
They heard it as well.
Talking.
Yeah. And like you saw that Sinner was somewhere where it's gonna like catch that the call is coming from that place.
What is it they're what the thing they think that he's doing?
I mean, I think he knows that they are, let's say, over exaggerating the case so that they would get funding.
But
I don't know if the Cinder knows or is even like asking. I feel like Cinder's like, I don't want to know. I don't think he necessarily knows that they're like doing something.
That's
with the
thing,
homeless
because like, before that he didn't know anything about that case. He only knew that Jimmy wants to give them like surveillance or like something like that, you know, to help them because he's gonna get funding from their case with the homeless murder. And he even asked like, how is there a connection with us? But like basically nobody told him about anything that we know of. And all of a sudden he's out there covering the phone call that he now apparently knows that Jimmy is making.
Yeah.
Like, so he's completely involved.
Yeah. I just don't know, again, I don't know the extent of what he knows, but like if he doesn't know things, he is choosing not to know, you know? He is choosing to be like, I'm not gonna even ask.
But like you have to understand that he knows. Like there is not a possibility that he doesn't know when he knows that like Jimmy is the one making a phone call.
No, he knows that. I just don't know if he knows that they kidnapped a man. I don't know if he knows that
he doesn't have
just
to know
like,
that.
Well, that's the thing.
With this, he
I
knows.
don't know to what extent
yeah,
he
but
knows
like he
things.
knows.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like he's involved, everyone there is involved, you know? Just like to
okay, to me, I didn't know that he was involved. So like to me, this episode was the first time finding out that he is involved, you know? So like with the fact that he knows that Jimmy is the one who is making the phone call, then in my opinion, he knows. He doesn't have to know that they kidnapped the man, but he knows that there is no case because Jimmy's making a case.
Yeah.
So that's enough if you ask me. Which is interesting. So he was the one who was helping them in the beginning.
Yeah, but like we saw when he was there, we saw the amount of like, let's say, funding that they're getting now on the case, because like suddenly in like a span of like 3 seconds, there's a helicopter, there is so many police cars, everyone's just like doing so much. Even like, I mean, again, I'm not even sure how can they just like approach people that are sitting on the park and just like shove them to a wall. I'm not sure how that is a thing that is like illegal. Like I keep getting shocked by the like excessive force that the police use. But like we saw that they get so much fucking funding for this case, and Jimmy is sort of giving it away. Like he has in a way tasted power right now. I think he is like enjoying being able to like give people the means for them to like solve a case, because like that has been a big problem for the department for like a while. Like every time they tell you have to do this but like have no funding, and there's like something that's like, this one guy said that like he needs just a car to be able to go to somewhere to just like be able to close up this case that has been unsolved, you know? Like they're really getting very little funding to do like cases where there's like actually murder, and Jimmy's just like now having the power to give that left and right. And again, I mean, that's still always gonna hold consequences, because like just by giving the funding to the police for all of this, for this case that does not actually even exist, you see that they're talking about how potentially that teachers are gonna have to be fired or something, because like there's no money for that. Like, because I mean the budgeting, talk to Carcetti. What can I fucking tell you about that? Talk to Carcetti, because like all these things should be within the budget, but like all the money is just in pockets of politicians. So like there's that, but I mean that's again all of these things that they are doing. However, like again, there's things that are being done that should be done. Like there's crimes being able to get solved that were not getting solved because of this. Again, nothing still makes it right, because like there's so much.
But you did ask
consequences.
You did ask some question during the episode. Are they asking?
Oh yeah,
for
I wasn't even certain.
So that they would solve the case, or so that they would be paid overtime or something.
I don't know. That could also be a thing. But I'm just like very untrusting of the police, and so like.
But like it would be interesting to see them actually, if they solve some cases. That would be. Again, there is a real problem, like what they are facing, like with no money in the budget, them not getting paid,
just,
not
even
being able.
Kima, who is by herself working triple murder, even though that is not even being worked now because she had to be pulled to talk to the family. But like, you know, she was one person working that. What is she supposed to do?
Yeah, I agree. No, but like the thing is, like what Jimmy is doing, again, we talked about it, in my opinion, what he did and things like that.
I mean, there's nothing new that we can add.
Yeah, no, there is no justification, even though you can understand how he got to the point, because like, they didn't have any funding. So it would be interesting if, let's say, they found out that he is the one who actually did all of this, like but at the same time, it is interesting if by him doing all of that, like
something gets solved.
Yes, they get funding and
the thing is, I don't think so, because like then the show would, in a way, not justify the things that Jimmy is doing, but like would maybe give it a better spin. I mean, not necessarily, because like if there's so many bad coming from it and then like a couple of good, that could be a thing of like. Things could get done if there was funding, but there is not funding. And like just because like Jimmy has went completely crazy, now some things can get solved.
My mind went exactly like where yours went, but it just depends on how it's done, because so far everything that like we have been talked about, what Jimmy is doing is so bad.
Yeah.
Is exactly shown on screen. Let's say we talked before how it's horrible that when he was making a dead body look like a murder, how it's horrible that he has done something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And not only because he done something to somebody who I mean is dead now, but like, you know, but like also he has done something to their families, because let's say now they found out that their loved one has been dead, has been bitten, has been like some serial killer who is like a fucking maniac.
They don't have any type of like closure.
Exactly.
You know, like death is sad and painful to them immediately. Like they have lost someone that they loved, but like now it seems like there is a person at fault.
Exactly.
And like people are not gonna be able to sleep because of that, you know.
Especially because let's say Kima now has been went and talked to one guy's family.
I think it was the Larry. Is that him, the missing guy? I mean, I'm not sure. In my mind, I thought that was his parents.
Maybe, I'm not sure. I honestly, again, even if they said Larry, I didn't remember the name who Larry is. To me,
I'm not even sure it's Larry. I just think because like the people in the comments were something like they were talking about Larry when he was kidnapped or something. So I thought that was something
okay, I understand. Let's say now, because they said like that they weren't able to help him with the drugs and everything.
Yeah.
And that's why they basically kicked him out of the house, because like God knows, again, if he's on drugs, God knows what he did, you know.
I mean, just like, you know, how Bob's and his sister, like, I mean, again, I can't really, what can you do to people? Like, if they try to help, there's just like certain levels up until you can help when it becomes unhealthy for you as well. You know, like you can only do a certain amount before like having to take care of yourself. Like I'm never gonna judge people for that. But like when something like this happens and like now he potentially could be dead, murdered, my God, like you would the amount of guilt that you would feel.
Exactly, like you maybe you didn't know what to do. You chose yourself and you, let's say, kick them out of your place, you know. But at the same time, again, if he died from drugs or something like that, you tried probably many times to help him for that, you know. But like if he died because like some maniac murdered
killed him because he was on the street,
like
that's very different.
Exactly, there is a possibility of those people questioning themselves, feeling guilt, again, not having any closure for their loved ones. which is horrible.
No, I mean,
so like, and show is showing that, you know,
yeah.
show is not hiding things. How
it is
badly,
not sugarcoating at all.
Yeah, how badly Jimmy's decisions are affecting other humans, like other cases as well.
I think Bunk is the one that, because like Bunk knows, and so like he is often the one that the show uses to vocalize
exactly how
like wrong this is and how like other cases are in a way also not getting solved because of Jimmy's case, because all the funding went to that.
Yeah, I mean, let's say there is a big possibility in my eyes, at least, that like Marlo is not gonna get caught.
Literally.
And like they're not gonna be able to do the DNA or things like that because that's not priority.
I would love if Marlo gets caught because of Bunk. I would love, because like I want Marlo caught, you know. But I also like Jimmy and Lester cross so many lines. I'm like, you should, like, you're not allowed to get this. But also I'm like talking about some type of like justice in this show, you know, and like justice exists and doesn't exist, you know, like there's some, you know, let's say for Stringer, for Avon, but like then where's the justice for all the police? Like that isn't, it's not a thing that they get. And so like we were talking about how like, we were just talking about this before, about like Jimmy, and I mean Lester, like where they should end up with this. And I mean, you have crossed lines, in my opinion. You should fucking stand trial for that. Like I think all the police should, but like then how can I be like Jimmy and Lester should like do their time in jail for the things that they have done, and yet like the fucking Herc is walking around, and the other guy that is the white supremacist also like not a fucking problem in the world, you know. So many of them don't stand trial that are like genuinely also very evil people.
You can even say more evil. But at the same time, like one does not eliminate the other. If one does not,
I agree. But I'm like the justice is coming irregularly.
Yeah.
Like
I'm more sitting here seeing where the story is gonna go.
Yeah.
And where I think the writer is gonna want to take the story and these characters.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think they're gonna stand trial.
I don't think so either.
Like there is not. Again, nor will the other policemen. So like in my mind, like I'm not even thinking about it. Oh, they should stay on trial, because in my mind they won't.
Yeah.
You know, so like there is not.
That's not gonna.
In my opinion, that's not a possibility.
I just think they either get fired or they put them on a place they don't want to go to. You know, because like for Lester, that'll be like kind of a full circle moment, and for Jimmy, it's just like where he ended up after season 1 as well. You know, like on the boat. I think maybe that's what we're gonna work with. I don't know. Like that right now seems like the most plausible option.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not sure.
One or the other. Honestly, I'm not gravitating to either one of those things. Depends who knows.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Who finds this out.
Yeah. And if they like cover it because it would be an embarrassment for the police department and everyone else, which I'm not gonna put it past them, that they're just gonna find a way to lie about it.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
If they cover all of it up, you know.
Well, like they could just like find another dead homeless man and be like, oh, he was our killer. And he just like, or they can find a suicide, you know what I mean? And be like, he is our homeless, he is our killer.
I don't think they're gonna do that. Who? Jimmy?
The police. Like if they find out that Jimmy and Lester are like lying about this, like what are the options? Because the people are now wanting a serial killer to be caught. They can't just like not catch anyone. And like they have to pin it on someone. If they say that it was Jimmy and Lester, that's very embarrassing for the police department, you know?
Well, pin it on Jimmy and Lester.
I mean, I'm with you, but like...
I'm gonna be fucking shocked, honestly.
Nothing shocks me anymore.
That would be fucking shocking.
I guess we'll find out in like 3 episodes.
Bigger chances are that Jimmy and Lester are gonna take and pin it on some homeless man.
I mean, that's
that's more a possibility than for us to watch police find a homeless guy.
I mean, maybe they can't. I was like, maybe they can somehow say, actually, this is not a serial killer. We just made a mistake.
They can't do
exactly.
That.
So like, but like if they say that Jimmy and Lester are the ones, then they have to stand trial.
Yeah, then they have to stand
So like, what is less believable to you? That they actually stand trial, or that the police is gonna like lie?
It's not unbelievable to me the police are gonna lie, but like if I'm sitting here and watching a show where the police are gonna be like, look at this homeless guy, like they all did the same thing that Jimmy and Lester do.
Yeah,
that's so shocking to me.
But like I wouldn't put it past any of them. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, like that could just be.
It's not like I would put
me.
That's what it is.
I mean, it could just be me just like really searching for the absolute fucking worst.
Yes, but like I'm gonna be shocked.
But like because like, I don't know how this ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean either. I don't know either how it ends. But like, who would have to decide that? Daniels? Rolls?
Yeah. Would you put it past Rolls?
General, the mayor. Who would be the one who is gonna decide which one of these three homeless men they're gonna
Rolls?
That's so fucking shocking to me.
I mean, I understand, but also like I can't see how this ends.
Me neither, but like it would be interesting to see something like that happen because like I honestly wouldn't. Again, I wouldn't expect. It's not like I have a faith in their humanity and morality. It's not that. Just like the story wise. To watch something like that would be very interesting
like
to me.
literally in real life cover up murders. Like they cover up police who have actually like killed innocent people.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what is it to them to say they will fabricate evidence to make it seem like someone has killed someone just so they can close the case? Why the fuck would I put it past them that they're gonna like see maybe someone who is dead and be like, that is the guy that was a serial killer and just like finish it like that. I don't know, that does not seem that far-fetched to me.
Maybe.
Nor would I put it past them because like otherwise I really can't see how this ends unless they do say it was these two and then they go to jail, but like I for some reason can't really see that.
That's not happening 100%.
So like my only other option is that, and so I have nothing else.
Maybe that like it didn't cross my mind that something like that would happen. So like no, I'm just saying that maybe it just didn't cross my mind. So that's why for a second there it was a shocking decision, shocking like idea. But again, it like telling me that like Jimmy and Les are gonna make bodies. Was also
more shocking.
Was also a shocking idea, but like yet I have watched that.
Yeah.
So like I shouldn't be surprised anymore where the writers decide to take a story.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Fucking interesting.
That's where we are at this point.
No, I think that's gonna happen.
You do?
No, I see that. No, I think that's gonna happen. Yeah. Because again, I can't think of anything else.
Oh, me too.
Nor do I think that like it's gonna be unresolved because it's so fucking public.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to find a way to close the case. And like again, I can't like nothing else is coming to mind. Like maybe there's some other options, but like nothing. But
then Jimmy had to know that it's gonna come to that point.
But like, see, Jimmy in this episode was getting like he was saying something along the lines that this is getting out of hand because he's getting so much funding, and it's so like. I think he didn't even think that it was gonna be get this over their heads to the point where like now when you wanna end it, how the fuck are you gonna end it? I think maybe he thought just like it's gonna be unsolved and people are gonna like stop caring.
Well, then he done.
I mean, clearly what he is doing, he has lost his fucking mind.
Because
So
when
I
you
don't
think
think
about
he's
it,
thinking
if
straight.
you think exactly, because when you think about it, if you did all of this, and from the first episode, he thought that he's gonna get funding, and they're gonna use it tomorrow. So immediately,
because like his idea, he thought that he was gonna get enough funding when the story was not as big as it is.
But like he continued.
He thought, yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. He was already in it. And so clearly losing his mind in it. And so just like, it would not be that unbelievable to think that he just like caught up in all that he is doing is not really thinking about how difficult it is gonna be to just like end it. To just like finish it.
He's done.
Officially,
he's not that smart.
Then there's no one smart. Lester's also very dumb. What is Lester thinking there?
Yeah, officially they're very dumb when you think about it because like
again I don't know what's going on through their minds. No one has mentioned, either of them I don't think has mentioned how this ends.
Yeah,
right, they have not. I mean, again, maybe they have a plan that we just don't know, that we just don't understand, but like from the things that I have known, this is the only course of action that I see.
And the biggest confusion for me is like how they're gonna make that happen, and they're gonna really, but technically they can just talk to the press, you know.
Which part?
I was like, I was like, they need to make an evidence that like it's some other guy who did.
Yeah.
But technically, they don't need to make any evidence. They can just.
The police can just say this is the truth and like what are you gonna do?
Just talk to the press and be like,
exactly.
oh, this is guy that we caught him, but
exactly. Like there's no one to stand trial. You know what I mean? Like this is the easiest thing to cover up. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, maybe there's something else, but nothing else comes to mind right now. We had Bank again. Bank is trying to gather evidence in the right way, and he spoke to Michael about Michael's stepdad. And oh my god, I just get really irrationally, not even irrational, I think it's rational, just like angry when he is like, when any of the police, and like for these past 2 episodes it's been Bank, who's spoken to Randy and then Michael, like coming to speak to them, and I'm like, I could only look these kids in shame. Like I could not look them in the eye with how much we have failed them. Again, like it's not like Bank, you know, it's like Bank specifically himself did anything, but like the police foster such an environment that like Michael, this was happening to Michael. I can promise you it was not in Michael's mind at any point to go to the police, to like tell them what's happening, because no one trusts the police. And like, you know, to call him up and ask him about these things. And like Bank, you can see that he understands what was happening there. I really get mad for them for being failed in such a way. And now they're like speaking to the police because like you didn't protect them the way that you should have protected them. Again, this is not about Bank as in Bank individual, just like the whole police. I just really get mad anytime I see them talking to kids. Yeah. But I mean, he didn't really get much from Michael. He really didn't get anything. I think the only thing that he can get from the stepfather somehow is if they can get evidence from if they can get Chris's DNA. Like otherwise we have reached a dead end, I think. But like I feel like he really might, because like that is the only time that that was the only time they're like uncareful. I think everything else they have hidden the evidence well. And like this, because like he was passionate.
But
he
that
kept,
gets
like,
him Chris. How does that get him Marlo?
I don't fucking know.
Because like I can't really connect it.
I don't know.
Sure, Chris is working for Marlo, but like it's not like Chris.
I don't know. I never thought Chris was gonna end up in jail. I thought Marlo was gonna kill him. Marlo. I thought Omar. At this point, I have no idea what Omar is gonna do, and if he's gonna succeed in anything.
It doesn't seem that way, honestly. It doesn't seem that way. It seems like he's gonna continue doing this until somebody stops him and kills him. That's how it seemed to me. Yeah. Honestly, that he's gonna continue getting to his people from this one, and like he always leaves at least one person behind to
tell the message.
To tell the message, which is like, I'm waiting for you in the streets, you know. Yeah. But that's it. I honestly don't think he gets to Chris. For the love of God, I can't even imagine him in this state killing Chris and getting to Chris.
Yeah,
that seems impossible.
I mean, honestly, he's like barely walking.
That really seems impossible to me.
I don't know. I really don't know what he's gonna do.
I'm telling
because
you,
I can't just imagine. I mean, also I don't know, but like I can't just imagine him like in the next. We only have like 3 episodes to go.
I would say episode 9. He dies.
Sure, one of that episodes, like he just shows up in front of Marlo and Marlo shoots him and like that's the end.
No.
Or like Chris shoots him. Or
like in my opinion, what I expect to happen is him in, let's say, through the whole next episode, he continues to do the same thing and kills these
the other
dealers or like anybody who is working for Marlo, you know, and killing them. At one point he comes to one and he doesn't notice because he's not careful, because he is in his mind so angry, so desperate, and he does not notice that like the other guy went to the store right next to him,
and like has a gun and is gonna shoot him,
and just like shoots him.
Because like honestly, like I can't really imagine Marlo, Snoop, and Chris getting him. Like that really makes no sense.
No, just like
for his character, like it only makes sense if it's just someone random, someone unimportant. He would not even he would not pay attention to, because like
I'm telling you, literally,
so like focused on his rage.
I have a feeling that like we're gonna watch 2 guys or something like that.
Sure.
One goes to the store or to buy something or something like that, or to the corner.
Yeah.
And Omar at that point comes to the other and starts talking, wants to shoot him, tells him like what, you know.
Yeah.
Tell the Marley I'm on the street and some bam, and he falls down, and that's it.
That would make more sense.
And what killed him is his anger that he has inside of him because of the injustice that Marlo did, you know?
Yeah.
In this episode, we saw him continuously. I mean, he did exactly what we just talked about. Like
he killed one of Marlo's guys.
Yeah.
He keeps killing his, like...
And he killed him in that moment. He asked him, like, were you... Because he said, I wasn't there. I wasn't there when they tortured the guy, when they killed the guy. And he was like, well, if you were there, what would you do? And the guy was just staying quiet because, like, he would have done what every single one of them would have done, you know? It's not like he would go against it.
Yeah.
He's working for Mal. But before that, he was working for Barksdale. Omar mentioned that.
Yeah.
And
so
Omar
just
was
like now new king is in town, he's just working for someone else.
Yeah, and Omar just like looked at him and he was like, fuck it, and killed him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's dying. He's gonna die.
Yeah, just a matter of question.
I mean, honestly, could be this episode as well.
Could be. I'm just like, I just like maybe expected, oh, you're gonna edit. If it's 8 or 9, you're gonna edit that.
Of course I am. I could have told you, like in season 2, I could have told you the episode where Omar dies. I'm definitely in that. I edited when Bodhi died, edited when Dee died, edited when Omar died, edited when... Who do I more care about who died? Did I edit when Stringer died? I don't think I did edit when Stringer died. So see?
But you didn't care for that one.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even get the one that I would like not mind. Like the characters that like I mind dying, I get those episodes. That's really ironic, I think. Unless there's episode 10, then good luck.
I don't think he dies in episode 10. I don't think he dies in the last episode.
I don't think episode 10 is gonna be like...
Unless it lasts for
an hour
and a half, you know, and we have time for something like that. He dies in the first half or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like I expect him to die at the end of, let's say, episode 9.
Yeah.
That's second to last episode. Makes sense to me at least.
Yeah.
So that's what I expect.
One nice thing in this episode.
Babs.
I mean 2. Yeah. Babs going with this reporter. Who, like Gus told him, basically just like go and see.
I really like Gus.
I really like Gus. I think Gus is really just a very.
But like I like that reporter
decent.
as well.
Yeah. He seems.
So far, I thought he was fine.
I mean, the thing is, I dislike Scott and I dislike the two that are like upstairs. Like we see the girl. The girl also seems just like very good.
Yeah,
we don't see her that often. And like this guy, this reporter, who he's a bit younger. They seem just like decent, really. And like Gus, because like Gus is older and is like giving, he seems like he is teaching them the right way. He is like, don't go and like think about like quotes that to like get a good quote to put it in the newspaper. Just like go and feel how it lives, so that you would understand, that you would like actually write a story that feels honest and true. And like I really like that.
To Babs as well. And Babs was moved by that and wanted to show him and help him understand and feel that and write it as it is.
Yeah, and like he wanted to like give him money because like Babs showed him that, but I was like, it's not about that.
Just write it.
I just want you to basically write about the people like me that are being so forgotten and neglected by society and like viewed as less than. You know, I just really enjoy that. Again, I just think there is such importance with press and media and like conveying these stories when you convey them in such a way, just like to represent them honestly and how it is. And like there's then a big difference in the things that Scott does, which is just like lie to elicit some type of like emotion and like get yourself further ahead. Like Scott is the worst. He is, but like also Scott I really think is just like a perfect representation of like how a lot of
press reporters
behave. I can speak especially in Serbia 95%. So I just really I enjoy that.
But Gus was also in this episode because it was a test and he figured out that Scott was lying. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that.
The thing is, nothing is gonna happen with that. You know what I mean?
I know nothing
like,
is gonna.
Gus is gonna go and speak to those and like say that he, as a reporter, is not being truthful, which is like if you're a reporter and you're not being truthful, that's fucking it. Like, that is legitimately, that's it for your career, if someone asks me.
But like, Scott is bringing them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, those two are not gonna care because Scott right now has become part of the story as well. And so, like, he needs to be at the forefront of it. He is right now their, like, star reporter. So then they're really not gonna care. Because it's not about the journalistic integrity. It's just about, like, oh, they can win a Pulitzer. They can just, like, be more popular or whatever. And, like, Gus is the only one that, like, actually cares about what they're presenting and the way that they're presenting it.
I think so as well. I mean,
I really wonder, like, again, because, like, the creator was a former news reporter, whatever. Like, I really wonder how much he is, like, taking from his... I mean, I'm sure this is, like, very personal experience, you know? Probably. So, like, God knows what he has seen. And what type of, like, lack of integrity he has seen. I don't know, I think it's very interesting.
Me too. What's the other thing that you thought was nice?
The other thing that I thought was really nice was Kima and her kid.
Yeah, that was very nice.
That made me so happy. Like, we all know how mad we were when, like, we saw that her girlfriend was pregnant and that Kima was so uninterested in having the kid that she, like, agreed to have. Like, I just really, like, that enraged me so much because, like, there's gonna be a kid that's gonna be born, you know, that's gonna suffer because of that, you know, not necessarily, but like, you know, it's always better to have two loving parents than just, like, one, because, like, maybe the kid's gonna ask, oh, like, why did they not want me, you know, it's it's better for the kid to have as many adult loving figures as he could possibly have. I just think it's so nice that she realizes that she wants to be there for this kid. Like, when she saw the kid that is, like, lost his parents, that kind of, like, did something to her, and that she really wanted to spend time with her kid. And the fact that she says, like, my kid, like, I'm having my kid over tonight. And, like, I feel so happy for the entire situation, for that kid even. Like, her ex has a very loving girlfriend. I don't know if they're married. They might be married now. I don't know. But, like, the kid literally has one very happy household. And then he has a third parent also that just, like, wants to spend time with him and raise him. And, like, you see that, you know, the kid can't sleep. And so, like, he is coming to his mom. And like, she is, you know, playing with him. And you can just see the kid is just gonna grow up to be such a happy kid just because he gets, like, love from... She has fucking 3 parents.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still think, like, because of Kima's ex, I think that kid would have a nice life.
I agree.
Anyway,
I think the kid would have been, like, set regardless.
Exactly. I think she is a perfect mom to that kid, and she's giving them everything she possibly can, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, again, for the kid and also Kima as a character that we know, you know, and like, I am happy that she saw this and understood, and she realized this and changed her mind, and now is spending time with the kid.
Yeah, and like in his formative years.
Exactly,
you know?
Which is very fucking important. So I am. This makes me like her 5 times more.
I agree.
Honestly,
I'm very happy for, like, her development at the end of the season.
Because this makes me, like, Jimmy and her went in these directions, you know, where I wanted the best for Jimmy, now I want best for Kima, you know.
Yeah.
And it's quite the opposite, because I was very angry at Kima.
Yeah,
for what
me
she
too.
Did. So now it's forgiven.
I mean, she just did the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think like things can be forgiven if you like mend your actions.
Yeah,
and like she did it sooner than most.
Yeah.
You know, she did it while the kid is still like very young and she can be there for the kid. And like, I mean, she has always, I like that even when she like wasn't necessarily that involved, she has always paid child support, you know, because like she has agreed to have this kid. And that's also like, you know, it's very important. Like the financial thing is just also very important.
But this is
of
even
course,
more important,
of course. I mean, like that is the most important, but just like also, you know, just being able to provide for the kid and to give him like this safe environment and everything is just, it's the best thing. And like again, I feel very happy for the kid. He's gonna be just such such a happy child surrounded by so many loving people.
Me too.
I'm really, that made me really happy.
Yeah.
And everything else made me mad. So like, but at least again, two
and
silver
now we have episode 8
that we're about to watch
when we make coffee.
And you're gonna see us not actually, but like we're gonna start filming in like 5 minutes again. But you're not gonna see us for a few days. But we're about to watch.
Make it more clear. I don't think they understand.
So now when we
okay, guys.
So
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon.